It's time to get activated, Chris, because you're listening to Noel and Bob Video Games.
Truth, a lie.
And Dr. Agro!
Correct opinion.
This part features outrageous, Chris.
The French.
Get ready for outrageous categories such as...
Nice cock.
You see all of me, walk into my mystery, step inside,
Grab your nuggies and Mountain Dew, gamers. Sit back in your race car chair and get ready, because the GigaBoots Game of the Year 2025 Podstravaganza starts right now! Yippee!
Okay, we did it. We survived all the categories. All we have to do now is tell you all definitively and objectively what the best 10 games of this last year were.
Easy.
I'm your host, Noel Slam Rocket, and with me is Bob,
This will be simple.
Chris Wolfhard,
It won't be simple.
and Dr. Agro.
I'm just gonna need y'all to trust me.
This year we just like, yeah, it's just Agro's top 10. We decided that was the right one.
That was just the vibe.
Agro's like, I'm gonna need you to chop me in half, and blood will shoot out of the top half of me hard enough for me to make the list. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Bob, I said this on content months ago, something like 6 months ago, maybe more even, that there was something sitting at the side of my workspace document for my Game of the Year list as I shuffled my top 10 up and down.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm here to reveal it to you again. We made that list of Marvel and DC films we hadn't seen at the time.
Man, when's that podcast where we rank comic book movies we haven't seen?
Oh, as long as ones we haven't seen, sure.
Yeah, we don't even watch them. Just like go on vibes. Can we watch the trailers?
I appreciate that you didn't want to write Wonder Woman, instead wrote Woman Film.
I love that Vox's alt channel for Twitch is called Woman Games, so I just went with the same terminology and structure. Oh, man. Anyways. So I just had to stare at this entire year as I'm ranking these. And I'm a little embarrassed. I think we did watch one movie.
Yeah, the only movie here we did watch is Ant-Man 3.
3.
That's it.
Did you just so how you could rubberneck at how shitty it looks?
Uh-huh,
Yes.
basically.
Yeah, I watched a video that showed enough clips of it where I'm like, man, it really is the green screen show. Holy shit. Anyway, we're supposed to be talking about video games. Hi, hello. We're going to do what we did last year. At the very beginning, we're going to talk about our runners-up, followed by some soundtracks from the year each of us really like. And then we're going to get into our top 10, and we're going to go from 10 to 1, and we're each going to go one at a time.
Point of order, I think we got to 5 and then did soundtracks.
Well, then we will delay that satisfaction for them. Thank you, Agro. Let's go ahead and start with runners-up. Gentlemen, I'm going to keep things spicy and bring this shit up front. 2 of my runner-ups are of a similar category of video game. Death Stranding 2 is one of them.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Wow.
Whoa.
We have entered the AAA black pill era of this podcasting network.
Jesus. After the shit I've heard on this podcast series this year.
I thought as I went through it, it was fine. But as I look back on it, I feel disgusted. Just so much of Death Stranding 2 is just one again. And I'm so tired of that feeling. I'm so tired of that scope and that shape and that experience. And I don't like looking at an entire video game and going, wow, the last 7 hours were fucking crazy. The rest of it almost felt like a mobile game trap for my mind. I enjoy a lot of things about Death Stranding 2. You've heard me gush about many of them through this podcast series, this Podstravaganza. But it just looking at it and looking at the things I want to commemorate as the top 10 games of this year, I sat there with a solid block of 2 games in my lower middle. And as I kept staring at them, I went, no, I just don't feel good about them being on this list.
Wow.
So that's my first runner-up. Hey, Bob, let's move to you for a runner-up.
Well, I think I know what the other game on your list was. Because it's also down here in my honorable mentions or runners-up.
Oh my God, what is it?
It's Ghost of Yotei.
Yay!
Oh shit! This really is the AAA Black Pill era. Holy shit!
The worst part is like me and Bob are squarely the simp for Ghost of Yotei. It feels like I have compared to the average gamer, I feel like an outsized respect historically, and I cannot underscore that word enough, for the exact type of games Sony makes in the AAA format. I have been into that. However, something happened here. Bob, you talk about Ghost of Yotei first.
I think with Ghost of Yotei, the thing that drove me crazy was every time I did a duel with someone, which there is probably over 100 of these in the game, it's almost identical. It's just, there will be 3 phases. You just have to parry, then hit the guy 3 times, and you go to the next phase.
Yes, in that exact thing you're talking about, where you have taken these big moments in the game and made them all the exact same shape, is the thing that's blackpilling me about this.
Yeah, there's definitely stuff in that game I like a lot, but that's why it's even on this list at all. But oh my God. You drive me crazy with this.
Yeah, it just... I don't think that was the way to go with that, and I think that is the thing that gives it the stink and the vibe that puts it down here for me too, where I don't believe every boss fight should feel like the exact fight, but with different accents on it, you know? I feel like they should feel like unique experiences or fun, or use the gameplay systems from the rest of the game fully instead of stripping back certain things you can do and changing how it controls slightly and all these other things.
Yeah, no, if I got into a boss fight and I could just show bombs at him like in the first Ghost game,
Right.
it would be a better game.
I mean, yeah, we talked. How much did we gush about lighting that fucker on fire at the end of the first Ghost game? They saw that as a critical failure of their game design. And that is vile.
Yeah, no, they add so many ways to destroy your enemies. It's like, dude, I want to get to the final boss, have my wolf bite him 2 times, throw 12 weapons into him and light him on fire, and then it's over.
Like, it's okay if you give him 14 health bars if you just fucking let me do that to 7 of them. Right? Like, come on. Yeah, it's that exact vibe and energy that makes it feel bad. It feels... These are games that come in a soulless gray box. That is the spirit of these, and it hurts me to say, because I have a lot of positive things I like about Death Stranding 2 and Ghost of Yotei. There are lots of cool things in Ghost of Yotei, but as they sat as my number 7 and number 8 for a decent amount of time, I felt more and more that it's just like, nah.
Also, basically everything they write for spoiler. Her niece. Like all of that. And the entire game being about that for the entire end was awful.
Yeah. There's a certain narrative angle to these Sony games that gets a little bit into the both sides energy. And I'm not going to go any more on that. Did you have anything else you wanted to say before we move on?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Aggro, a runner-up, please.
The one that just got edged out for me was Strange Antiquities.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, that thing. It's this small little Flash-looking game where you run an antique shop, and the entire game is multi-book researching the little doodads you have hanging around to see what they are and what they do and who you should give them to. And it spirals like it's a game about inventory and archival. And it was really, really good. Like I have no buts about it. This was the one that fell off the bottom of the list this year.
Chris Wolfart.
I do not have any runner-ups, but I do have a game that I decided not to put on the list.
This seems like even more disrespect than just saying it's runners up.
Oh, no. It and this is for all future Game of the Years. Deltarune will not appear on any of my lists until it's done.
Okay.
I just don't want to put each episode on it every year for like the next 4 years. When it is complete, I will put it on. It will almost certainly be number one. But until then, it's not going to be here. So this is so people don't go, where the hell's Deltarune? It's because I'm waiting and for it all be done to put it on one of these lists.
Yeah, as I sat there and wrestled the Deltarune paradigm, I was like, well, at the point where we could allow these, wouldn't 3 and 4 be their own separate things even? Like, It really starts to get into an insane hole the more you think about it. And yeah, I'm making the same decision. In fact, I want to wait till more of it is out to play more of it. Like, I may play it before it's all out, barely. So that way we can all play the last part at the same time. But we, the gaming community, not the 4 members of this podcast, to be clear. Yeah, I can't sit here and bring it every time they do a new one. It gets too complicated and weird. We wrap back around to me. To a T had a lot of glitches for me and ran like total shift for me. But it is from the creator of Katamari, Keita Takahashi, and it is full of fucking delight. And it's a very charming story, and there's a lot of funny stuff in it, and it's very cute. As Thor High Heels said in her video about it, it's literally about disability. This isn't a video essay thing. It is framing the fact you are a T-shaped person that has a disability. And that is... It's really good to show a realistic portrayal of that and how it deals with being in a school setting and being different and all of these things. It's really fun. It just had a shitload of problems for me. It might be the PS5 Pro Special, or maybe I just rolled a bunch of D1s, like ones, while Bob rolled 20s. Because you didn't have any problems, right, Bob?
I didn't have any game stopping problems like you did. I just had this game runs bad and doesn't... I didn't even try most of the mini games more than once because I could tell they were about to fall apart.
The spinning plates vibe.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it didn't even make it to my honorable mentions, even though it might have. That game just is missing the part where the game should be fun instead of so repetitive.
Yeah, there's just something about it where it isn't quite fun. It's a little bit too realistic in its portrayal of going to school, I guess.
Right.
Bob, another runner-up, please.
Okay, this one may be a little contentious. Silent Hill F.
I'm going to pretend to be surprised.
Yeah, so will I.
It was honestly at my 10 slot for quite a while, and
and then you had to play it 4 times.
Yeah, no, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, playing through it 4 times was bad. If this game was half the length, it would be good. And also, if those repetitive playthroughs added more to it than they do, like if the final
cut out
playthrough
more from them.
But yeah, if the final playthrough was mind-blowing and just crazy, or even if the ending was, then that would have been something. But I kind of felt like you made me do all this for basically nothing.
Yeah, Silent Hill F also sat at my number 10 and ended up in my runner-ups for similar reasons. I think there's a version of that game that is really high up on my list, but I don't really appreciate what it wanted from me. I'm really glad they made a great Silent Hill game for Silent Hill fans. I'm really glad that it's a Japanese Silent Hill and we're not just doing the town Silent Hill again. I like that game a lot. I like a lot of things about it.
Yeah, I think that at some point they made the mistake of thinking people wanted to play the game for the gameplay.
Yeah, that's a strange misconception to have.
It's like, bro, you aren't a modern Resident Evil, and that's fine.
Yeah, it would kind of be awful if it was. Aggro.
Wanderstop.
Ah,
Yeah, like this was a really cool little game that the reason it didn't breach into the list for me was that it was someone very earnestly, almost desperately trying to convey to me a message that I didn't need because I don't need to be told to, stop and chill out for a bit and smell the roses and that working too hard is going to kill you. That's not my bag, man.
Yeah, me neither.
No, I didn't think of anyone in particular the whole time I was playing this game. But yeah, no, Wanderstop it's a great little title. It's just down here at the bottom.
Yeah, as we get more to like things that were number 10 at some point, it feels less like these are games that aren't good enough and more like you just barely didn't make it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about Silent Hill FM.
I've got that other list. Dreams of another.
A bottom 10! Holy shit! That's the trade, audience. We will cut more negative categories to make some of you happy, but then we will manifest the bottom 10 part.
ooh. No, that does sound kind of exciting. I could definitely make a bottom 10. I just haven't.
You just judge the year by how much overlap there is.
And of course, Chris said that was the only one they wanted to mention because it wasn't.
Yep.
Okay. So we're back to me. Just barely not making the list, Heartworm.
Oh, wow.
I really enjoyed Heartworm. It was on this list at one point. This was not an easy list to make. I would say this year almost had like something like 16 like really solid games that could have been up there, but just weren't. Heartworm's really, really great. They did such a good job of fusing Silent Hill and Resident Evil to get this PS1 throwback horror game with a perfect execution of these pre-rendered backgrounds and a fun journey through various themes. I had such a great time with it. It's easily recommendable. I got a code for free though, so I'm lying. As you all know, as always, I'm able to be bought by $15 or whatever game key code. Bob, did you have another runner-up?
Yeah, my final runner-up is Absolem. Yeah, this game is just too held back by its roguelike nature, their complete inability to write a roguelike story, and just random glitches I had. Like, even when we played together, we were running into new glitches.
Uh-huh.
So they haven't fixed them.
Yeah. And even on our playthrough, because we did a fresh file for me and Bob, it really was just us running into, here's a giant hole in the ground where the writing should have covered that we did this a different way.
Yeah.
They're saying shit that makes zero sense because I guess we played it a little bit different than they expected. We didn't even do anything that weird.
No, not really.
But it started to fall apart and characters were saying shit that didn't make any sense. Mechanically, on a good run, that game is fun and great.
Right. Yeah, of course.
It's got awesome character designs. It's got good music. It's got fun fights. But also, it too is on my runner-up list. It's a shame.
Right? Like, this would be a total win if it weren't a roguelike, I think. It's kind of wild that this is what they're planning to make into a cartoon series. It's like, guys, it feels like almost all of this was written for the sake of being a roguelike, and you didn't even do that right.
Huh. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Huh. It could be neat, but yeah.
I mean, it was announced before the game was even out, so I'll be shocked if it even materializes.
That's
Yeah.
so strange. Is it okay if I move on, Bob?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Aggro, do you have another?
Yeah, my last one is Arc and Age for the PSVR 2.
Oh.
That game is cool as hell. Between the weapon customization down to the coloring, the cool little levels, the vertical traversal, the combat's fine. It wasn't as good as the other two titans of gunplay and melee that I was playing at the time. But it's really neat. It's the kind of thing I want to see more of in the VR space. It's just to repeat myself ad infinitum down here at the bottom because of the stuff at the top.
Mm-hmm.
I want to quickly cover two things that are not almost number 10. They were number 10 at a certain point because there were 10 entries, I suppose. First off, Terminator 2D No Fate. We did a stream of it. People can check that out. I think their execution of doing the exact idea of an arcade game from the height of Terminator 2 and making an arcade graphic style so you get the really good full screen graphics of, movie frames and stuff converted into pixel art is really cool. They did a great job with that. I think the game itself is rather fun. They really don't deliver fully on the multiple paths thing. I think that was one of the worst parts of me playing through it because I did all three routes right off the bat. And them locking modes behind various successful executions of stuff is like, I'm not interested, man. But it is a really cool game. It is really neat. I enjoyed it a lot. I think it's good, but not like top 10 of the year good. The other one we have a whole video on, and you can go investigate that. Once Upon a Katamari. I had a shitload of fun with that. I put an obscene amount of time into that. I enjoyed it. However, there are a lot of things that are not great about it, and it's another Katamari game.
I forgot that came out this year.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I'm in that video.
I figured I was the only one who would even bring it up during the top 10. I really did have fun with it. The soundtrack is limited in quantity of songs for certain. I'm okay with the style of songs they did. But yeah, there are a number of ways that could have been better, and it just feels weird to give a Katamari game that isn't even like... It's good, but it's not like the greatest Katamari game. It's weird to put it on my top 10 for 2025. That's how I feel. Hey, Bob.
What's up?
Do you have another runner-up?
I do not.
Okay, then I'll move to my final runner-up. Neon Inferno. Neon Inferno is really good for people who haven't seen it. It's a Blade Runner-esque 2D side-scroll action game that kind of has like a Wild Guns vibe, where you can shoot into the background with a reticle and stuff. It's really cool. This just barely didn't make it onto my list. They did a fantastic job. It's very visually nice.
Yeah, he plays Jin Kazama in that game.
It is fucking true. That dude is just outright Gene Kazama.
I straight up forgot that came out this year.
Fair.
Whoops.
I also got a code for Neon Inferno, so obviously I'm lying.
Right.
It's my number one. But when you give me a free code for your game, I disrespect you. So I lower your game to my estimation. You should make me earn it. Anyway, we made it through our runner-ups. Let's get to our top 10. So I've noticed something about this document we have set up here.
Uh-huh.
It is, in fact, reverse alphabetical. So we're going to reverse it again. Aggro, you're going to start us. Give me your number 10.
And the last shall be first. My number 10 is The Midnight Walk, specifically the PSVR 2 version. The Midnight Walk is the kind of thing that I think video games, especially VR, are better at than any other kind of media. Putting you somewhere you've never been and letting you see things you couldn't see anywhere else. It is a close-in little story about expectation, perception, hope, horror, and ugliness. And I am a big enough man to admit that I've had a couple nightmares featuring characters from this game. But there are some deeply somber, beautiful images from this experience that I think I'm going to remember forever. Even if it runs kind of bad and some of the gameplay's a little rough.
Bob.
My number 10 is Wu Chang Fallen Feathers.
Talking of games that I forgot came out this year.
Take a drink.
Right?
Okay, tell me about it.
This is one of the only like Dark Souls-like games not made by FromSoft that I've liked. I feel like they actually got it. They actually decided, oh, let's make like a game like they do and just change the setting. So it's just set in ancient China and you have a bunch of Chinese weapons and it's cool. But they made it right. Like all the levels connect together properly. It properly does. Oh, you get near the end of the game and it changes the entire world.
Oh, wow. So they
That's
just
neat.
make it grim and have bad combat and call it a day?
No.
Weird.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very strange.
What's up with that? Chris.
My number 10 is Blade Chimera. I really enjoyed Blade Chimera. I think it is the slickest and best controlling game by Team Ladybug. I think it has some really interesting ideas for the genre, like the ability to teleport to any square on the map at any time, but the rub being that you have to then use your other traversal after teleporting there to reach more areas is a really fun idea. I also appreciate that you just have guns.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it does have perhaps a very, very stupid plot, as we have detailed on previous episodes of this series. It's this slow because, frankly, I need Team Ladybug to make a game this good with an aesthetic I care at all about. And characters that I could care at all about. Do a sequel to the Toho one with this level of game feel.
I think they announced they're doing a sequel to that Toho one.
Oh.
Well, all right.
Your wish has been granted.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
My number 10 is Blade Chimera. I think it's really interesting that they have this ability where you can teleport to any square on the map.
Wait, any
Also-
square?
Yeah, any
Fuck is
square
this
on the map.
Noel GPT?
Also, there are guns, so that's pretty cool.
Tell me a third thing.
Okay, I'm going to count from 10 to 1. Are you ready? Let's do it. I think the funniest thing is the plot really stupid, or is one guy in the plot unbelievably stupid? I really enjoyed this game. The animations are spectacular. Team Ladybug continues to knock it out of the park. I am theirs for the rest of time. I will follow them to the ends of the earth. This exact aesthetic, when it comes to character designs and setting, feels like it's not explored enough. There is an art style to this that I think we need to do more with. I find it difficult to articulate exactly what I mean, but the main character has a little bit of D from Vampire Hunter D energy. There's a bleakness to the art style that's magic futurism that I think we need to explore more. I love how different this is from their other games on that front, especially.
Yeah, it does have a bit of a Shin Megami Tensei feel
Yes.
to the universe.
Yes, it does. You're totally right. And that's why it's my number 10. Hey, Chris, can you show me your number 9 now so that way I can just write it into... it's Oh, that's crazy. Bob, censor that. We're not there yet. You gotta... Aggro, what is your number 9? Is it Mighty?
Silent Hill F.
Ooh.
I'm not exactly sure which wave of feminism getting stoned out of your mind and taking a lead pipe to the guests at your forced wedding is, but I am here for it.
Yeah, I'm a little upset that that first ending you get is still my favorite.
It's a pretty good ending.
I mean, when you play it on Lost in the Fog, you've got some really neat puzzles and a Bloodborne arm. I mean, what's not to like? I only played it twice, so it was a great time.
Bob, your number 9.
My number 9 is Dynasty Warriors Origins.
Oh, wow.
This almost didn't make it to the list, but I went back and I played it more. And the problem with this game,
Uh-oh, here it comes.
the entire way it tells a story, I find bland and unexciting and kind of just upset. I would much rather just have an announcer tell me, this is this historical battle. Go do it.
Yeah, what if there was butt rock and a guy was like, Lubu's drunk again. Whip his ass.
Also, only playing as one character in Dynasty Warriors kind of sucks. And it feels like most of the weapons are barred down way more than they should be. Like, not many of them have the full moves that I expect from a Dynasty Warriors game, which is just weird.
I do agree with you on the point of playing as one person in a Dynasty Warriors game seems almost antithetical. It really does need the version of this that's more developed and has more characters and weapon sets.
But yeah, like the way they set up the battlefield's actually of the right size. It's impressive they got all of this running the way they did. Like it looks great and runs great and doesn't look like a blurry mess like so many other games do, even though it's displaying thousands of people on screen at once.
Yeah, that shit's wild. Let's move on to Chris. What's your number 9?
My number 9 is Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Stole Time.
Whoa.
This is a game composed entirely of holes for you to fall into.
It's true.
Chopping wood is a hole. Building furniture is a hole. Mining is a hole.
In a very technical sense, yes.
Blacksmithing. There's many holes for you to fall down into.
You get your choice. Like, the best part is every second that you're playing. In prior games, you could only choose a life, and then you go and do that life. This is, I got pissed that a level 30 ore deposit was sitting there and looked valuable, and I don't even know how to mine, so I'm going to go and become a miner right now. That's the kind of game this is.
Yes. It has a not amazing but charming little plot. It has a big Breath of the Wild continent, which I think demonstrates how long this thing's been in development. And all around, it's just extremely delightful. It's this low because it gave me repetitive stress injury, as I will continue saying, because so many parts of that game involve you mashing a button.
It's true. I'm so glad that the only time a gamer injury has occurred to me was us doing the Metroid Prime Federation, Metroid Prime Hunters, I believe it's called, stream. And that was because I didn't use the arm to hold up the DS.
Yeah, for some reason you were like, I'm built different.
I'm like, I need all the help I could get to aim. And then it was like, oh, I fucked up my wrist. Oh, no. My number 9 is going to be controversial. It's not as mighty as Bob's. And it kind of goes against some of the things I believe about making a top 10 list. But god damn it. I have to put it here. It's Endless Mondays Overtime DLC. That shit
nice.
Could have just been a sequel.
You probably should have been. I probably would have thought it more about it for this list if it was.
It literally is a wholly contained story that is a sequel to the original that is fully functional and just as conclusive. It is delightful in all the same ways. It is great. The only reason it's this low is because it's DLC and not an even more expanded standalone game. I am extremely excited for the next game from these people. This is like when I booted this, I did not expect. Oh yeah, it's literally just that experience again, but even better. There are so many funny moments in it. I will not spoil. The characters are still enormously charming. And my God, it still feels like a nightmare a nightmare mirror situation as I play this game about delaying things until it's too late and having to cram everything in at the last second while binging. Next year will be different.
It does just feel like the same thing as the first game. That's why it's not on my list.
That's fair. You can escape so what was it, Chris? The circle of samsara?
Yeah.
I'm trapped in the loop, Bob, and the game is with me.
Right.
So it's my number 9. I really enjoy that thing. God damn. I'm so happy they announced, like, right as we hit January, they announced the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
We go back to Aggro for his number 8.
Claire Obscure, Expedition 33.
Oh!
I have been on record using the analogy that this game is like an immaculate piece of birthday cake with a nail in it. This would have been top 3, no hesitation, if it weren't for the timed blocking and dodging and parrying in the combat. The level design is beautiful. It's got inventive mechanics and builds. The narrative is interesting and engaging. The characters are like really cool, and the soundtrack is a banger. It was a cultural reset for America's perception of France.
Wait.
It's just that the thing I had to do the most of in that game, I hated. It was a really frustrating tragedy.
Yeah, no, there's a reason this didn't even show up on my my runner-up list. Like, it's just not on here.
You're telling me you're not putting it in your top 8?
No.
What? That's crazy.
And for much the same reason, it was like, man, I don't like the basic way I engage with it. The structure and everything's great, though.
Well, Bob, if that's not your number 8, what is?
My number 8 is Lumines Arise. I like this game a lot. The only reason it doesn't go higher is because at the end of the day, it's a puzzle dropping block puzzle that I'm not good at. I can't fully enjoy and engage with it as I would like.
Yeah. Like, I booted the demo and went, this is fucking amazing. Too bad it's Lumines.
And I say that as this is like my second favorite one of these. But it ain't Tetris. I'll never be as good at it as I am at Tetris.
Chris, your number 8.
My number 8 is Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Ooh.
I feel like this is the first we made a linear platformer in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like, coming from like a bigger publisher. And it's the best Ninja Gaiden game released this year.
True.
It has really great levels. Sometimes you have these little set pieces, like the motorcycle segment. The train level is very cool. It has a bunch of unique bosses. It has pretty great character designs. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It's not an enormous mega game, and it was $25. So, no complaints.
I agree. My number 8 is Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like this is one of the first straightforward action platformers we've gotten from a big publisher in a while. This is sincerely my number 8. I had to hold it in when you said that. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is great. The parry bounce mechanic is fucking incredible. That game without that is not the same game. The fact you could do that spin attack to bounce off of enemy bullets and things. The secondary character being this nice change of pace mechanically and having the spirit root loop mechanic to unlock more area for the main character to go through is really, really good. The animations, mechanics, all of that is really great. This game's incredible. Honestly, I could envision a world where it goes higher in this list, but it was a little tough this year to put it higher. This game is stupendous. I also really appreciate that, unlike Shinobi Art of Vengeance, where I feel like you've made a giant level and it has obtuse things I can't engage with at all, and I must come back later, which is not the easiest or most fun thing in the world to do. This builds challenges into the level that can be fun at all, and I can come back easily to attempt to do them. Also, it's the best Ninja Gaiden game to come out last year, so...
Yep.
What a great bit. It's so fresh.
I'm actually terrified about the rest of my list and how many of them might line up with this perfectly.
Yeah, it'll be pretty funny.
Man, this reversing the order was fucking brilliant.
You're not allowed to form voting blocks for Game of the Year.
I think we should just take all of the identical entries from me and Chris and put them in that exact slot in the final list. Agra, what's your number 7?
Ghost of Yote.
Ooh.
I am on record for being the most immune to the Sony slop debuff.
That's very brave of you.
It's true that like the overarching story, especially the last section of it, is real bullshit.
Yes.
But it is a sequel that does what sequels are supposed to do. It's more of the stuff you liked, with some refinements to the stuff that was rough, some improvements to the stuff that was meh, some cool additions. And it's all those little stories along the way that really make up the good memories I had of playing this game, and the improvements to combat that they did, and all the sick-ass armor sets that I got, even if it was horrifically thematically confused. No, you shouldn't get revenge for your dead family because your family's not dead.
That doesn't... Okay.
Sure.
Can we talk about the practicality of killing the 6 super murderers that are controlling this small country?
Also, your family's dead again now. We did that for some reason.
Also that whole subplot with maybe the Shogun isn't good either. We just dropped that because we needed to have a good guy in the game.
We're gonna move on. I don't want to spiral.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Bob, what's your number 7?
My number 7 is
Trusted.
Hades 2.
Oh, Hades 2?
Yeah, it would be even higher if it weren't for that last second addition of a new ending that maybe made me replay the entire game, preventing me from just seeing the newer stuff after the credits. And a lot of the stuff after the credits being kind of disappointing. But otherwise, really fun. Better than the first game in basically every way. A lot more interesting, just general way it plays, cooler upgrades. And you get to have a cat follow you around all the time.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And Dora is there.
Dora's pretty cool.
Notably not exploring.
No.
Not exploring, no.
No, very much not. So, Bob, what you're saying is your number 7 could have been higher if you simply didn't buy the game at launch.
Yes, absolutely.
Let that be a lesson to everyone. Hey, Chris! What's your number 7?
My number 7 is Beyond Citadel.
Okay, it can't be Noel's too, thank God.
No, Bob, it's every other.
Yeah, it's every
Pay
other.
attention.
Oh, you're right.
This is a really great shooter that came out this year. It is sicko pervert shit of literally every kind. Gore, gun, the standard kind people don't talk about so much. All of those. It has an amazing soundtrack. There's a level that's just the end of Evangelion. And you can blow away anime girls in mech suits with a high-powered rifle from a vantage point.
There you go.
And when you die, your little Doom-esque portrait gets horribly maimed.
Oh.
Also, it has pretty good movement. So, yeah. What more can you want? Unless you're squeamish, in which case, don't go anywhere near this game.
What less could you want?
My number 7 is Beyond Citadel.
Shut the fuck up.
No!
No, my number 7's more upsetting for the listeners. It's DK Bonanza. Donkey Kong Bonanza is a really fucking fun game with some interesting and fun mechanics. For me, though, it partially misses the point of a collectathon because the things you can optionally collect don't actually matter for progress. They matter for a skill tree that's implemented to make your abilities less good to begin with and better later. That seems like an evil perversion of the notion of a collectathon, and it makes me actively like the game less. But the mechanics in it, the joy of it, the visuals of the game, it's all there. With some tougher boss fights and not plugging those two game systems into each other to make something I view as just evil, it would be higher on my list easily. It was a fun time, and that zebra song is fucking great. Now that everyone's pissed, Aggro, distract them with your number 6.
They'll be even more upset to hear it didn't even make it to my list.
Oh, Bob, you were supposed to save that for later.
My number 6 is Pipistrello. This is what it looks like when everything in a game, especially one aping a time period or an existing game type, feels like it was put there on purpose instead of because that's just what one does in a game.
Yeah.
It is a monument to thoughtful design and quality game feel, and it has a color palette that makes me want to believe in the idea of happiness again.
It sure does.
Man, I keep like I had to go back and adjust this game up a point once I really got a feel for how shitty the DualSense's D-pad is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I found myself using the analog stick on this game because of that.
If I wasn't like rope chewingly angry, I might have taken a breath and thought of trying that.
Fair.
Bob, you're number 6. Do it.
It's Truxton.
It's
not
Truxton. Yeah.
Death Stranding 2.
Oh.
For me, this one actually climbed up here because it still has all those Kojima things. And it has, during the gameplay, a lot more of just, hey, you want to play a Cells game? You can do that. We made levels and missions for that. Thank God. The first game didn't have this basically at all, but you can pretend you're playing Metal Gear Solid right now.
Wow.
But yeah, it didn't continue climbing up because it is still this weird like game that's way too bloated.
It's a big game.
It is a very big game. And a lot of that gameplay time is just driving a very safe route for a very long time.
It's true. Chris, you're number 6.
Here's where I make people mad.
Oh?
Ooh.
My number 6 is Claire Obscure.
Wow. I thought it would do better on your list.
I liked it a lot. I'm really not a fan of the parrying and the dodging. Not for like conceptually, but I don't think they did it very good.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dodge just feels bad. Like you made it wrong. I'm sorry. When the characters dodge in and out, but that has nothing to do with whether or not you dodged.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry you made it incorrectly. Also, it's just a little bit too cheap to really hit super heights for me. Which makes sense. Like, this game is a very low budget.
Yeah.
Which is amazing that they made this with it. But still, like, if they had 20 million instead of 10, this would probably be a lot higher. But yeah, it had a really engaging story that I still think about occasionally. There was lots of stuff to it. It had lots of interesting ideas for a turn-based game. And I'm always a fan of doing weird things with the genre, even if not every one of them really worked. Like, the stances were interesting. Like, every character had an interesting mechanic, even if maybe they weren't all completely baked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely felt like some of those characters could easily be turned into absolute monsters, and others like, well, this mechanically is a neat idea, but...
Like, I'm sorry, Fortnite Baby over there has the sword that starts her in her stance where she does double damage. Or just...
Or quad damage, I think.
I think you can get it there, yeah.
Yeah, it was obscene.
But yeah, I know it's shockingly low.
My number 6 is also going to upset people.
Is it because it's Claire Obscure?
My number 6 is Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god!
You know, I'd love to put this higher, but I feel like when the dodging and parry mechanics. No, this is real, and I am dying over here. It actually is. I'm this close to just DMing someone my full list, so they know this isn't the world's worst impromptu bit.
This is going to trigger an automatic recount or some shit.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to have it the lowest on our entire crew, to be honest.
I knew I was.
Either me or Aggro was my bet on that. I really enjoy Claire Obscura. I really enjoyed the incredible somber story of it. I really, if you heard me talk about Xenoblade Chronicles 3, you know how much I love a very dark tone draped over an entire fucking JRPG. The systems for the characters are really neat. The way it empowers the player is incredible, and I think that's so important. We talk about that a lot in that spoiler cast. It's so important to give the players tools to break your game. Don't then patch and go, I'm sorry, I take that back, I'm sorry. That character should be that broken. It even thematically makes sense that they're that broken. It's such a delightful cast, and I really love the world and universe. It is a great game. I fucking hate how Unreal Engine 5 looks. It ruins the artistry of this game, even if the metahuman shit and all this other shit empowered them to make the game much cheaper than they could have and much more efficiently than they could have otherwise. The thing is a melty, blurry mess, and it just makes me hope there's like a next-gen version of this that has a hardware TAA like feature, so that way it's not melty, gooey nightmare shit. It was really funny seeing this on the Series S. I would have really appreciated the PS5 Pro version having Pisser, because that could have mitigated that. I look forward to the next thing from the studio, which will maybe or maybe not have AI. We'll see. We'll see what they're saying about the game's development then, and how much they're going to use cool machine learning tools to just leave in, oops, half of our game was a test asset, we promise. We will replace that with real art momentarily. I would place this higher if I'm a person who loves parrying in games when it is done well. And even by the end of this, I was fucking exhausted of it. It made me go, okay, I'm playing absolutely no games with parries for a bit, because I'm just disgusted by the very notion. Great game. Fantastic game. And now we get to do our shout outs for our individual soundtracks of the year. Chris.
Deltarune.
Makes sense.
Can't be on the game of the year list, but it can be in here. They just keep getting better. Shocking. When you do something over and over and over again, you get better at it.
But what if instead we took so long to make a thing that no one who made the thing is still at the studio, and also we have to remake all the things in the thing, but somehow it still comes out exactly the same?
And I'll also shout out DK Bonanza for having really great music.
Yeah, that soundtrack is great when it is there.
I'm gonna give best OST to Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4. I actually haven't played that, but there's no way that's not objectively true. But no, Luminous Arise. Luminous Arise is a fucking banger of a soundtrack, end to end, absolutely incredible. It's all the emotions of the Tetris effect combined with the banger ass music you expect from a Luminous game. That is an incredible soundtrack. Also, Bonanza does have some fun songs that are real good. Bob.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. The music is just so fast-paced and it's beat and exciting. It's like really cool remixes of classic Ninja Gaiden songs. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Pipistrello. I don't even know what to say about it. It was always of note. And then Lumines, and that's it for me. It's like, well, of course Lumines has a good soundtrack. It's a Lumines game. I'm sorry, Lumines.
They did some whatever. Fuck it. Say whichever. Say both. God knows I do. I don't think the sequels and immediate follow-ups to Lumines had nearly as good a soundtrack as the original and this one do.
That's true. It was kind of like, oh well, the first one and then this one were really good. So of course they as the franchise is great, right?
Sure, absolutely. Aggro.
I mean, Claire Obscure. Like you remember that hype moment in a game where they had a bespoke vocal track?
I do.
What if that happened every 20 fucking minutes?
Yeah, I think one of the ones that blew me away the most was you just go to a random area you find on the map and it just has like a vocal version of a song it plays in the other parts of the game. I was like, why is this even playing here? It's great, but what is happening?
Yeah.
This is like 300 tracks and 200 of them have Claire Obscure in the lyrics. I am also going to give it to 100 Line, The Last Defense Academy. There are songs in there that you could, and in fact have to, listen to for over 100 hours. Some of which sound like the elevator music in hell.
That's horrible.
Yeah. I wanted to shout out Hell Is Us, but it's definitely not, I'm going to listen to this music on my way to work. I pulled up this soundtrack to listen to it because I remember like, the music in that game whips ass. But listening to it without the catharsis of playing the game was going to give me a stress headache. It is dark sci-fi synth with low tones. It sounds like something enormous swimming by you close in the infinite blackness. It is not chill music to study to.
So this is where I reveal I wasn't done with my list. I thought we were doing one at a time. And then did all of theirs?
The format kind of broke. Go off.
Claire Obscure. Expedition 33. That soundtrack is really beautiful and amazing. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it that Aggro hasn't. It's a great soundtrack. They did a really good job finding a composer.
Mm-hmm.
And aside from that, Pipistrello. It's got really great music. I don't think it matches up to these other two, but that's fine. That's a really high bar.
Right.
In a lot of ways, and maybe I'll talk more about this later, possibly. Pipistrello really does nail the exact thing it's going for of Minish Cap era Zelda game that's 2D. Like visually and in other ways. It even has not Link.
It sure does.
Aggro.
Mm-hmm.
For this next set, I'm just going to be copying from your list.
Fair enough.
Oh my God.
What is our number 5?
I literally had to scroll back up my document. The Outer Worlds 2.
Uh-oh. I regret my decisions.
This is the sequel glow up between the Ghost games that is on amphetamines. It's like if Outer World 1 actually had the sauce. Yeah, it's got crazy science weapons, neat skill interactions, a bucket of weird, cool NPCs to poke at, and some crazy alien planets to do it on that are like actual colors like purple and pink and green and shit. Playing these games is really like, one day I may actually play a Fallout game. But until then, I will be able to annoy its fan base by continuing to say, "Oh, you mean like in the Outer Worlds?" And I think more than anything else, that is a valuable thing that I came away from that game experience with.
It's a nice little make-a-wish for that franchise.
Bob.
Pipistrello.
Whoa! Isn't that game with the cursed yo-yo?
Yes, the cursed yo-yo. It looks like a Game Boy Advance game. And it's just a really well built out world and has a lot of fun movement mechanics. So even if it locks you in combat rooms, maybe too often, it's still made it up this high because, man, that main character is so scrimblow. And it's just really fun to explore.
You know, the locking you in combat rooms didn't bug me too much until I was in the sewer and they locked me in a room with 18 RC cars.
Oh, God, that fucking room.
That's when I was like, okay, y'all, what the fuck?
You remember all those really well-designed chambers we put you in where the fight was kind of like a puzzle of figuring out the priority to use your moveset to fuck you, 20 RC cars.
Yes.
Oh, no. Bob, I'm gonna copy your list instead, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Chris, you're number 5.
Silent Hill F.
Dang.
Oh.
I liked that game quite a lot. I sure wish that they had cut more out on the replays. They really should have. I don't know why they make you do that Switch dungeon every single time.
There's nowhere else we could put these notes. It's impossible to find
Or
anywhere
that dungeon.
else to put the notes.
You could still you could just have all the doors open.
I know that there's easy ways around this, and they just didn't take them.
Like you get things at the end of those branches that let you progress. That's fine, but why do I have to play with the levers still? And maybe after like the second one, they could just remove all enemies. But still, it had a story I quite enjoyed. It was a really interesting little compact game world, and the arm is one of the coolest things in games in a while. So yeah, it gets up. It just barely makes the top 5.
My number 5 is Warriors Abyss.
Oh yeah, that was this year. Yeah,
That was this year. Warriors Abyss is a fantastic fusion of a number of things I don't like. It is very much a game with a plot that is designed to be a roguelike and basically not exist or function on any higher level. It is a game where you have to collect all of the things and upgrade the people by doing a shitload of runs in this roguelike. But they made 1 billion characters from across Tecmo Koei's pantheon, and they all have insanely well animated and executed movesets because they're just pulling them from like Ninja Gaiden and all of these Warriors games. And because of these systems where your team formation feeds back into itself and empowers your team even more, they somehow balanced this game in a way that just made it unbelievably fun for me. I got every character and then went, wow, that was great. I will come back when they add new characters and do like 2 more runs and that's it. And it was a delightful time. It was really great. This is going to be the only time I ever have a positive experience with this type of thing in my life. At one point, this was much higher in my list, which is scary.
Sure is.
Aggro.
Mm-hmm.
This copying off of people thing isn't working out. Maybe this time. What's your number 4?
Yeah, no. My number 4 is Blueprints.
I get it.
just now, after all these months, I get it.
It's been 10 months.
Where to place this on the list was hard for me. Thinking back on playing this game feels like remembering the good times from a bad relationship. Before I got sick of this game's RNG horseshit cock-blocking my progress through puzzles I had basically already solved, it was amazing. It was enrapturing. It was this journey in and down through an ever-expanding maze of meticulous layers of puzzles that were clues to other puzzles whose solutions were recontextualizations of previously overlooked information, leading to the discovery of more puzzles that altered my perception of the scope of this entire endeavor and how it related to and informed the narrative I had been teasing out and piecing together through several more layers of intrigue, deception, and internal myth-making. If they had just given me a way to draft the fucking rooms I needed after like day 200, this would have been my game of the year. Easy.
Jeez.
As it is, it's out of my top 3 out of pure spite.
Yeah. No, I heard that exact thing from so many people.
Yeah, because you never finished it, right?
No, I didn't. I got really deep into this game, enough to, I think, see the shape of how the ending was going to go, maybe. I don't know. Playing this game was an experience of constantly going, oh shit, there's more. Oh shit, there's more. I'm this mad about it, but the parts I got to play were so fucking good that it's this high.
Bob, you're number 4, please.
This is only in the slot because I just won't let it punch the top 3 because it's not fair.
Oh.
It's Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Too strong.
Yeah, every time me and then Noel said that thing about best Ninja Gaiden, I'm like, well, this doesn't count.
Right, I didn't even consider this. Hey, Bob, tell me all about Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, the new 2025 game.
This is a game that I basically figured was a far-flung hope never could have happened. Because it takes everything good about Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 and everything good about the original Ninja Gaiden 2 and puts them together and makes an actually really great game. And that, I didn't think they'd ever go back and fix it. Like, Sigma 2 caused so many things like, oh yeah, you made the enemies too spongy, you took out all the blood and gore. And it's like, no, we need all that. I figured if we ever got anything new in Ninja Gaiden, they would never do this. And the only downside is, oh, we made it on Unreal, so it's gooey looking.
Yeah.
But someday it won't be. Maybe.
Maybe. Man, I wonder if they ever did any updates to make it better support the PS5 Pro.
I don't actually know.
But yeah, I just can't let it be in my top 3 because it would just be number 1. Because it's still Ninja Gaiden 2, and that game is incredible. And there's not a game even close to as good as Ninja Gaiden 2 that came out last year.
This is awesome. We need more shit like this in Game of the Year. Guess what, dipshits? They added ray tracing to Mario 64. Get fucked! I do live in constant fear that Nintendo will do that and I will become Clown Man.
Yeah.
Hog. Chris, you're number 4.
My number 4 is Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo.
Pipistrello numbers go up.
Bob and Nagra have already spoken about it, but it has an amazing aesthetic. I love the horrible little capitalist hellscape they built. I love the Grease dungeon. A lot of games this year with deep fryer levels, inexplicably.
Yeah, that was in 2 games at least.
Yeah, I think there was a third one, but I don't remember what it was at this exact moment.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning that, but I didn't notice until you said it then either.
But they sure created what I think are very accurate dungeons for a modern day. You got a giant deep fryer, you got Service Job, anime convention, sporting event, and I forget what the last one is. I only remember the high rise. 4 hells that you get to go through.
Yes.
Really memorable character designs, fun music. I like this more than the actual Minish Cap. So yeah, number 4, Pipistrello is Pippet is a fantastic protagonist. I sure hope they do some kind of follow-up, even if it isn't a direct sequel.
Hey Bob, you know how you said the Pipistrello numbers keep going up?
Yeah.
What if this was the exact point? It didn't go any higher, but it stayed the same.
Oh no, not again.
Yup.
My number 4 is Fantasy Life I, the girl who stole time.
Okay. All right.
God damn it.
Chris talked about it earlier. There are like a bajillion different lives you get to live in this game. I was going through Sprout Dungeon, which is the thing you can place in the town you're creating. You can plant this dungeon, and it'll have 10 different floors to it with branching paths, and the different paths will demand of you your ability to clear a floor full of blank. And I got all the way to the third to bottom floor. I got to 8. And it was like, you can fish, right? And I could not fish at all. I got blocked on all 3 paths because I didn't fish. You know what I did? Literally the next stream, I became the fishing master. I ranked up insanely. I gained tens of levels. And then I went back in and it was a fucking joke. That game has really fun mechanics built out around every single thing you can do. And it has really funny allies who are maybe bad influences on me, as Nami, the girl I showed you before, who had an apple pie under the tray that was her face, and she could not eat it, but she could smell it. Once you turn her back into a human, she constantly goes, man, I'm hungry. I sure want to eat. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I eat too much. Shut the fuck up, Nami. Yeah, this game is great. It's just such an amazing... It feels like they made the cozy game, because you can just pick up and do whatever you want across all of these environments at any moment in time, and the story and other things do not remotely get in the way of you doing that. Absolutely fantastic time with this game. Dr. Aggro, you're number 3.
Atom Fall.
I forgot that game out this year.
Yeah, a lot of people did. This is the other game that everybody was comparing to Fallout that I played this year.
Incredible.
What if you took a lot of the open world and most of the RPG out of an open world RPG? What if then you stripped out the objective markers and the quest trackers? What you're basically left with is a game in which the world and the way you interact with it feel not real, but believable. Like, I found the hardware store because I know how towns are shaped and went to where the shops would be and looked for the sign for the hardware store. I found the door to the underground bunker because I know where the river bend is and I know what southwest means, and my eyes work. All progress in this game is based on exploration. All the information you get is useful. Pretty much everything is optional, and it feels like the world responds to your actions instead of just your choices in dialogue. It is a really, really neat little few square miles of northern England where shit is really bad, and you're the new sheriff in town. It's one of those great little sandbox games with a bunch of factions where you get to play them all for chumps and do most of all of their quest lines until right at the end, where you basically pick which lever to pull to get a different ending. But the way everything is set up, the way you gain information from either NPCs or found stuff in the world, it all feels very natural. People talk about the world like they live here, not like they were standing in their store waiting for you to come by to get a quest. Really solid stuff.
Bob, you have to use just as much verbiage to describe your number 3. Good luck. What is your number 3?
It's Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
You've got to be.
So that's basically impossible.
Yes, you've got the Ninja Gaiden and the Ragebound. What the fuck else do you want me to say?
Jesus.
It's a game 2 other people already talked about. But yeah, this is one of my favorite just straight up 2D action games. It's not a Metroidvania or anything. It's just like level to level. The mechanics are all really solid and link into each other in interesting ways. They don't get caught up in the trap of like, oh, we need to have combos that you do in a 2D game. It's like, no, everything needs to die in one hit because I'm using a sword that kills God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a ton of fun. I like the soundtrack a lot, and the pixel art's incredible. Like, it's some of the best pixel art I've ever seen. And they aren't afraid to be like, no, this is Ninja Gaiden. these things are cutting in half. These things are exploding in blood. The FBI agents will just be a puddle of blood in a second. Give it a second.
I look forward to number 2 being Ninja Gaiden 4. Chris, what is your number 3?
Donkey Kong Bonanza. I liked this game quite a lot. I thought the terrain mechanic was very interesting. I thought it gave the rare games probably more credit than they deserved, especially Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
But it had a really great climax. It had some great song. I liked a lot of the levels. You know, you got Ice Cream World, you got Deep Fryer World, you got I didn't expect Elephant Man from Diddy Kong Racing to be a species with its own civilization. That threw me for a loop. And just like Odyssey, there's a lot of interesting movement tech. It's fun to just wail on things as Donkey Kong. Mario, he'll jump on your head. Donkey Kong's just gonna pummel you until you're mulch.
It's true.
Donkey Kong going Super Saiyan, also very funny. He even has the golden hair in form of a mane of bananas. I don't think I like it quite as much as Odyssey, but if this hadn't come out this year, I'd have been like, why'd I buy a Switch 2? I probably still would have bought a Switch 2 because I'm afraid of the price going up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially now. Now there's like 3 different more additional reasons it might go up.
My number 3 is Pipistrella. Damn you, Bob. How dare you point out the obvious trend of it going up 1 slot on each of ours until mine.
That's pretty funny, honestly.
Jesus. Yeah, that's perfect. Good Lord. We got a bingo.
Yeah, we literally got... This might be a first ever. Yeah, Pipistrello's... It's really great. Like, you don't often have these moments where somebody makes a retro style video game and it's like, you literally made what would have been an absolute fucking classic then. Pipistrello is really strong. It has aesthetic charms way beyond the norm of the genre. These are wholly formed, very thought out characters that are delightful and real in ways that are staggering. As Chris was talking about, the 4 different places being sporting event, mall, convention that never ends, and construction site that never finishes constructing. This is a very realized version of an absolute nightmarish system that happens when there are no limitations on certain things. In the case of this, it's that they have the infinite power from the fucking hell battery. And this entire thing's a metaphor for venture capitalists. I'm done talking. We're now going to Agra's number 2.
My number 2 this year was Hell Is Us.
Whoa, we got way up there.
Wow.
Damn.
I bought this game on a lark. Like, I saw the same trailer everyone else did and went, oh, look, a weird Souls-like, and thought it would be funny to play it. So this game got absolutely slept on. It is this dark sci-fi gothic war story with some not bad combat, but this great series of puzzles that it has this unrelenting loop of demanding that you notice, remember, and connect information. Where have you heard that name before? Didn't you see this symbol on a chest 6 hours ago? And the setting, the lore. This game opens by making you ask, what the fuck is wrong with these people? And then spends the rest of its runtime slowly unfolding and piecing out the answer in excruciating detail. I ran out every optional lore dialogue choice with literally every NPC in the game. I got a trophy for it.
Wow.
I read every single document I picked up. Hadia is a fascinating setting to learn about, even if every revelation about it is this perfect combination of, oh, so that's why that's like that, and what the fuck? Playing this game, the overarching feeling was, oh man, I need more games to be like this. It is also, for the record, really in no way something you would call a Souls-like. It's just not.
Bob, your number 2.
Blade Chimera.
And Steel.
And Steel.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I like this a whole lot. Just something about it feels so different than, like, it's as close to a regular Castlevania game as they've gotten, I think. But it still feels really different because of the guns and because of the modern day story. And something about me really enjoys, you can tell the undertone of the writing is, yeah, all of you talking about change can't happen unless there's violence. Like, that is deeply built into most everything happening in that world. Is like, oh man, this guy has some ideas.
Mm.
And yeah, the weird time loop mechanic thing that goes on in the story is also very funny. Even if it doesn't make 100% sense.
It was weird when the strongest weapon in the game was the device.
Yes, that was very strange and pointed.
Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Not really.
Okay.
But, the animation looks great. We've already been over all that stuff.
Yeah.
It kept climbing up my list, and maybe it's ridiculous, but I went back and played it a few weeks ago. I was like, oh no, this is really good stuff.
Yeah. No, it is. Chris, your number 2, please.
My number 2 is Hollow Knight Silksong. I didn't really like the first Hollow Knight. Like, I beat it and I thought it was okay, but I was like, this didn't need to be 30 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
But Silksong, it feels so much better to control. They made the combat so much better. The platforming feels more interesting. Having a character that is a character, and not just is a character, but is a pretty well realized, interesting character with a cool design, helps a lot. More than the little pumpkin ghost from Pokemon being your protagonist.
Yeah.
This is the best, like, this has the best boss fights and game feel of a 2D game in so long. It's such an enormous step up from the first game. We're never going to get a new Mega Man X game, so this is the closest thing to playing as Zero you're probably ever going to get again.
Oh no.
I really can't gush about the boss fights enough. This is a game, when I beat Hollow Knight, I looked at the list of the 850 DLC bosses and challenges they put in and went, I'm not fucking doing any of that. But with Silksong, I'm like, yes, put all the notoriously difficult bosses in my mouth. I will download all of their patterns and emerge victorious. Just don't make me carry a fragile object across the entire map. You already did that once in the main game.
No, the Nitro quest is good. We can take it.
At least you can jump carrying that
Yes.
oil? Ham? I forget what it was. It was something for the fat asshole. So you can get the last weapon upgrade.
My number 2 is Luminous Arise. They finally made a Luminous that was better than the original Luminous, which is one of the best titles on the PSP. They did so while having visual aesthetics that exceed the Tetris effect in so many ways and keep the spirit of Luminous. It is an absolutely incredible game. It basically accomplished exactly what that new Katamari should have.
Right.
It's so great. They came up with a new puzzle mechanic that makes sense and changes the way you play the game in order to develop a not contradictory but completely different higher level play to this game. That is so incredibly hard to do in a puzzle game. Mm-hmm. It is the equivalent of all those fucking fighting games. They're like, we made it more casual friendly. And the amount of times that went wrong.
Almost 100%.
Some might argue even 100%, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about Luminous Arise. This is one of the most visually stunning games of all time. And it's all driven by like a superb knowledge of what is fucking cool as shit. I even dig the spider level. I'm sorry, Bob.
No, I understand. I was able to get through it once, so I'm happy.
God, what a fucking great video game. Luminous Arise is so fucking good. And now, our individual game of the year, or games of the year, or game of the years, or games of the years. Dr. Aggro, what's your game of the year?
The 100-line Last Defense Academy.
Yeah, of course. I think we already know.
This was something else I kind of picked up on a lark. It's like, this is that weirdo who makes all those games. I'm gonna see what this is like. 170 something hours later.
Jesus.
Like, what the fuck, man? This is it's been a really fun experience having this entire game of the year proceeding, having a narrative through line of Chris and I slowly unfolding the larger shape of this game to Noel and Bob, category by category. There's like, imagine if you had a pizza. Now imagine it was a mile long and the toppings changed at random intervals.
It's the new pizza from Pizza Hut. We're not sure why every single worker quit and their costs all shot through the ceiling, but they're dead now.
Reggie had a plan.
This is, I mean, just the story itself, the scale of it, the restraint, the vision of execution, the fact that, I don't think we even got into this in the categories. When I talked about how, it turns out you're not alone in the time loop. That character actually finds a machine that lets her jump between timelines. And that's how a bunch of the incongruous shit you've been running into finally makes sense, because they've been sneaking around other timelines and fucking with shit.
Oh, hell yes.
My God.
This game is the definition of this person is either a madman or a genius.
Bob, your game of the year.
My game of the year is Hollow Knight Silksong.
Whoa!
Yeah, no, for a lot of the same reason Chris said. I quit Hollow Knight Original. I just got bored of it like after 10 hours. That did not happen here.
Yeah, it doesn't feel nearly as good, game feel wise.
Yeah, no, this game it's always a joy to control. I was always impressed by them introducing new kinds of things to find. Like whole new move sets for your character, whole new ways that movement works, and just every new sub-weapon even can be radically different and change the way you play the game. I was just always blown away by it. It's crazy how good it is. And it is like 50, 60 hours, which I figured no Metroidvania could be that long and good. But here it is somehow. It's incredible.
Jesus. Do you think anyone who got upset over you saying you don't like Hollow Knight feels better now because you like Silksong so much?
No.
Okay.
I figured those people are unpleasable.
Oh.
Hey, Chris.
My number one is 100-line Last Defense Academy.
Yes.
No way.
When you play a visual novel of this length, you kind of get you get brain damage. Because you'll never stop thinking about it ever for the rest of your entire life. Like, I'm going to be 75 and sitting there and being like, God, Takami's so fucking stupid. He's so stupid. Or, God, Eito really killed himself after that. Or, God, I fucking hate Kaku.
Fucking Gaku.
I almost made it number 2 just because I've only gotten like 15, 16 endings, but that's enough. I will have all 100 someday.
Mm-hmm.
And then they will probably have added more in DLC.
They're coming.
That's scary.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I could say that we haven't unveiled over the course of these episodes. It's truly a once in a generation game.
I do want to say something. For the record, the first week I talked about this game on Big Think Dimension, I said that I'd only really ever played one other visual novel, and that was 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. And I didn't want to be like, I'm getting some serious Boss Baby vibes because of the similarities. I was only like 12 or 20 hours in. What I was referring to was, why does this school look like a spaceship? I don't think any of this is real. I think you teenagers may be vat people.
Yeah, that's sure how it goes sometimes.
Like 80 hours later. Vindication.
God.
I can't believe I have these two giant seminal nickels.
Some people just watched Megazone and that was their entire life.
Jesus Christ. Based on the placement of number ones, I guess my number one's Hollow Knight Silk Song. It's about as good as Truxton. My number one's Dynasty Warriors Origins. That fucking combat is sublime. The scale of the game is incredible. It sure is telling a story in a way where I get to look at pretty boys and sometimes they're even interesting in what they're saying. But elsewise, it's skippable. Who fucking cares? That fucking combat is amazing. They could have easily changed the parries to be like, okay, gamer, you can't be doing anything in order to parry it. And this wouldn't even be mentioned today. I would not say the name of this game on this top 10 list if I had to stop hitting motherfuckers in order to perfectly parry and counter all the shit coming in at me. They fucking nailed the gameplay of this game. The shortcomings are the things Bob's talking about of like, well, traditionally in Dynasty Warriors games, you should get to play as a number of different people. And maybe we should have more weapons and they should be more developed. And while these things are true, this game and what it is going for is absolute fucking peak. This game is so fucking delightful. I would gladly do more routes in this game. I am already disappointed that Dynasty Warriors 3 Remake is clearly not the combat from this game. It is just a prettier version of 3, and that sucks. I am so disappointed already. Do not expect that remake of 3 to end up anywhere near my number one. Also, I didn't want to spoil it earlier. The soundtrack in this is also fucking incredible. We really have hit the return of the butt rock era of Dynasty Warriors music. They really fucking nailed that vibe in this. Anyways, Bob.
Yeah.
Tell everyone I died. I will now hide from history. Goodbye.
Oh God, I replayed that mission of all things only a week ago. It was just as bad as I remembered. I was glad.
Fantastic. Well, now that we've got each of our top 10 lists, we can now stick them into the computer to average the will of GigaBoots and start debating things up and down from there. So stick around. Okay, we now have a ranked list of the communal will of GigaBoots. We will read it with the most amount of points to the least. Here we go. Currently in the number one slot is Pipistrello, the Cursed Yo-Yo, with 28 points.
Yeah.
Second place is Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Tied with the 100-line Last Defense Academy. With 20 points. Blade Chimera has 19 points, as does Hollow Knight Silk Song. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 has 18 points. Dynasty Warriors Origins has 15. Luminous Rise has 15. Donkey Kong Bonanza has 14. Fantasy Life I, This Girl Who Stole Time has 12, along with Silent Hill F. Hell Is Us has 9. Atomfall has 8. Warriors Abyss has 7. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black has 7. Blueprints and The Outer Worlds 2 also have 7. Beyond Citadel has 6. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach has 6. Hades 2 has 6. Ghost of Yote has 6. Endless Monday Overtime DLC has 5. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers has 5. And The Midnight Walk has 5. I think normally during Game of the Year, we have a lot more variety in 5-pointers. A lot more things low on the list that no one else played. Where like a couple of us played it, maybe only one of us played it and went, oh wow, this is good, but it's not quite up here. And the others
I
did
think
not
this
try.
is the first year where we had a lot of 2 or 3 people have it on their list, but no 4s.
Yeah. Pipistrello might be the only one on everyone's list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thus, yeah, it's also weird because this is one of the only years, which is very related as a data point. We haven't broken 30 points. I think most years we have something that breaks to 32 or higher. But yeah, this is an interesting year.
Now, I think we should start with a Game of the Year tradition.
Oh no.
Of kicking a AAA game off the list and making everyone mad. I vote for Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I'm going to be radical and say we do this to 2 games.
2!
I want to shoot Claire Obscure in the face because it won too many awards already.
Oh no! One moment. I see you trying to slip your will into this bill we're trying to pass. The bill
No, I'm
we're
on
talking.
board.
Oh my
I'm
god!
on board.
Oh
Kill
my
them
god!
both.
I don't know. Like I figured we'd like put it as 10 as the punishment slot.
I'm also fine with that. I think I'm more fine with that than killing it.
Let's keep Claire Obscure around. I can't shoot it immediately before discussing everything else.
Mm-hmm.
The Donkey Kong Bonanza thing feels wild. When Chris is the one who gave it 3rd and I gave it 7th. But it isn't on anyone else's lists. And as someone who gave it 7th, I don't see myself arguing this into a top 10. So I'm okay with this. Just for the sake of adding clarity and possibly, if we're lucky, speeding things up. Fantasy Life I, the girl who stole time, stonks raising up. Okay. All right. I'm looking at this. I'm considering the thing I think that makes sense for others, the things that I think make sense for me. And I'm hiding these nuggets within my brain as bargaining chips down the road.
Okay.
As we have to start the real discussions. I'm currently making a proper numbered list that this would be as we leave it as such, and I'm making everything beneath 10th red just to make clear what's going on here. I'm trying to add as much mental clarity to this nightmare process as I can.
Oh, yeah.
Instantly observable information. Okay. So having done that, I'm just going to read our top 10. Currently, it is Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, The 100th Line Last Defense Academy, Blade Chimera, Hollow Knight, Silk Song, Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, Dynasty Warriors Origins, Luminescence Rise, Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Stole Time, and Silent Hill F.
Those are actually separate games. Could you imagine, though?
Wow, who's publishing this? Everyone. I'm going to go ahead and say that I think Ninja Gaiden Ragebound should go below the 100-line Last Defense Academy.
I'm with you there.
I also agree with that logic.
That seems fair.
Okay, swapping that up.
I also think that Silk Song should go above Blade Chimera.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, I would even put Silk Song above Ragebound.
I think it's probably correct to do that despite having not played it. So let's do that real quick. And then we'll look at that and see how that feels. I'm looking, because interestingly enough, and this isn't the part that's edited out, Aggro has a lot of candidates that were not played by other people.
Mm-hmm.
So the top of the games that don't have enough points to get into the top 10
Yeah, it's my 2 and 3.
Right, his
Right.
2 and 3. And so I'm sitting here staring down Silent Hill F and Hell Is Us.
That's also what I'm doing, but I was biding my time.
It's so easy, though. The solution's right here, everyone.
What?
Get rid of Claire Obscure, and we have room.
I'm also on board with that because it's very funny. You can even move Fantasy Life I up and just put Hell Is Us at number 9 above Silent Hill F.
Oh my God.
I endorse this.
We're gonna feel this out. We're gonna feel this out. I'm taking there's Claire Obscure. We're just gonna move these 3 up without thinking about it too much.
And someone might say, Chris, you're being contrarian. Yes.
Thank you for the clarity and honesty. Okay.
Yeah, it's the Claire Obscure situation is a rough one because it's, do we knock it out to give more rooms to games that are not, oh, this game is amazing, but, or is it more impressive that the qualities of this game, the good parts are so good, they overcome the core mechanic being annoying?
I have to be honest. I don't think there's been a single time in my entire life I played a game with a really annoying mechanic and was like, but everything else, it was, wow, you'd be a lot better if that wasn't there. I've never once felt positively about the annoying part.
I accidentally clicked back into the wrong game of the year list, and I'm just like, holy shit, Stray? Sifu. By the way, I looked it up. Pokemon Violet had 32 points in 2022.
Yeah, of course it did.
That's going to upset some people, possibly. But that's because they're wrong. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I would put Claire Obscure above Silent Hill F. I would, but...
This is going to sound really petty on my part for Claire Obscure, but something about having 2 endings and then pretending there's like either is valid, and yet in one of them you're like, oh well, we play the spooky music and do a zoom in on the character. It's like, well then that one's obviously evil or bad.
The artist
lost
could have
my
meant,
faith here.
The artist could have meant anything you don't know.
It does annoy me that the ending is basically, I like the fact that picking the ending is basically 2 people fighting over who gets to kill themselves. But they really should have made that one a little less obvious. Like they shouldn't have. She's skeleton woman now, and here is the evil music sting.
Yeah, no, it was a little
like it
too
should have
much.
been a little bit more subtle. I also think perhaps the other ending, having all the characters appear and wave as the painting burns, was perhaps a little bit too much. I feel like the pluses and negatives of these options aren't accurately weighed against each other in those endings.
But yes, for some reason, whenever I think back on the game, I can't not think about that, and it ruins it for me.
Fair.
That's how many people are. I understand.
Whereas when I think back to the end of Silent Hill F, I remember her beating people to death with a pipe, and I'm like, oh, that was great.
Just imagining Claire Obscure music playing over her doing that.
I mean, yeah, give me the slow-mo. Imagine Focus countering your drunk dad.
Every day. Every day. This is rough.
So, strategically right now, if I'm going to start playing selfishly, I'm in an interesting position where I'm trying to sell the deep and textured emotional retelling of fantasy Protestant Reformation leading to back and forth genocide against the cozy chore game.
What are you trying to say, Aggro?
So every screenshot of Hell is Us you've seen has been in like an open field or a swamp with like a town in the background.
Uh-huh.
Other levels include 3 stories in an office building, the giant subterranean temple of the cultists of the double-headed snake god that broke off from the regular religion and the Protestant version that were ceded land to get them to stop murdering people in the night. The even older subterranean temple of people who worshipped the giant alien sphere that they found in the mountain before the guy who founded the religion found it.
So, Aggro, here's what I want to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really about Fantasy Life I being above Hell is Us, or is it about the fact Hell is Us is number 9? Because I can tell you a real easy trick to get that up to number 8.
Mm-hmm.
Move Blade Chimera beneath it. 3 of us have it on our list, and 2 of us gave it a 10. Bob, the committee decided you're fucking wrong.
Yeah, I figured it'd be moving down some places. I don't
know how
to be
though,
that
because
far, but
I think everything beneath it is either Silent Hill F, Fantasy Life I, or a game only one of it. Well, no, wait a minute. Is there Hell is Us is the only thing in the top 10 that was only played by one of us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the other stuff just maybe didn't chart.
Yeah. Too bad about fucking blueprints.
yeah.
Yeah.
I gave it 4th, and that is the last kindness I will do it.
Yeah. No, I actually have that because they gave it away on like that edition of PlayStation Plus or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And when you told me that you cannot end the game once you understand what to do and that you kept pulling the fucking lever and the roulette kept fucking you, I was like, I'm not even going to play it now. That
People were
upsets
like,
me that much.
Oh, you can affect the RNG in this, and this room. I'm like, yeah, that'd be real fucking cool if any of those ever spawned.
I have a supreme mastery over shit that isn't real.
But yeah, I'd be okay with moving like Chimera down. Like Hollow Knight Silksong is pretty high on here. That was my number 1. And as long as Ragebound doesn't go too low, I'm fine with Blade Chimera going that low.
Yeah, that's been the split for me of Blade Chimera is the enigma. I cannot get a read on that game. I hear it in y'all's voice when you talk about Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
It's true.
I believe it.
Yeah, no, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, we will now refer to my list as 2 points, 2 slots higher than Blade Chimera. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound was always on my top 10. It is solid as fuck. That is, they don't make them that solid all the time, you know?
Yeah, I like Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, but I mean, I like Blade Chimera, but Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is indeed amazing.
So I think we dropped Blade Chimera somehow, somewhat. God, Claire Obscure sitting at 11th.
I think that Claire Obscure may be the inverse of Scarlet and Violet. Or maybe it doesn't totally deserve to be where it is, but enough of us agree that it can go there. Enough.
I mean, obviously, the people who like Silent Hill F feel much stronger about that. Well, actually, Aggro put Claire Obscure above Silent Hill F. And Chris just barely did the reverse of Silent Hill F, 1 slot above Claire Obscure.
But my Silent Hill F for me, it actually arrived on a list.
Bob, that doesn't have any points. This is a runner-up. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna move Hell is Up us up. And we'll figure out from there how low it needs to go.
Oh, all the way up there, just swapping them. Jesus.
Yeah, and we'll just feel it. This is ultimately my goal.
I bet.
The first thing I was going to give up is I can see Dynasty Warriors Origins going above it.
Uh-huh.
because it's the we're back, holy shit, Dynasty Warriors is good again game. I mean, you can go ahead and do that. Like I feel it.
I'll do one better. One moment. If people want to talk, they can talk. You could debate the validity of what I'm doing. I think Dynasty Warriors Origins and Luminous Arise should go above Blade Chimera. And now we need to figure out where Hell Is Us ranks among this block. Because I don't have enough data. I find it hard to believe that it's better than these two other games.
Right.
Especially this is my number 1 and number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps it goes between those two. So it goes Dynasty Warriors, Hell Is Us, Lumines.
That would be fair because I have my number 1 above it and my number 2 right below it. Because this is Aggro's number 2. That would be fair. It's that objective truth? Fuck if I know. That doesn't even exist. But we can do that for a bit, and I can stare at it, and we can try to figure it out. To re-ground the audience who are listening.
Yeah.
Currently, number 1 is Pipistrello. Number 2 is 100 Line. Number 3 is Hollow Knight Silksong. Number 4 is Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Number 5 is Dynasty Warriors Origins. Number 6 is Hell Is Us. Number 7 is The Luminous Arise. Number 8 is Blade Chimera. Number 9 is Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Stole Time. And number 10 is Silent Hill F.
I'm looking at this list and trying to think of anything that should move just out of some sense of thoroughness.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the heat. Will things rise? Will they sink? And it's hard to assess any of it at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. This is...
Everything feels very appropriate to me where it is, but nothing can be that easy. That's fucked up.
Yeah, last year was also a little easy in a way that felt fucked up and wrong, but looking back at it, it certainly was correct. We're getting too efficient at this.
We are.
Yeah, it's a matter of practice. So, in the name of due diligence, I wanted to take a quick temperature, get a tactical readout on the possibility of moving 100 line up.
I knew this was coming.
It had to happen. The question needed to be posed.
It did. Pipistrello didn't make it into the top 3 for any of us. It got to like the top 4, right?
It got to it's my number 3.
Oh, okay. So it didn't make it to top 2, but it got to number 3.
It has broad appeal.
It does.
Technically, I have the most skin in the game here, that being my number 3, but I will say I'm okay with it being in second. I can live with that. Now, is 100 Line the thing that should take the top slot as opposed to Hollow Knight? 2 people put 100 Line as their number 1, and it's worth noting those are the only 2 people who played it. There is a wild possibility that if I played it, I would also give it my number 1.
I really like 100 Line, but I feel like asking for number 1 is far too greedy.
Yeah, like both because of it's a Kotaku visual novel that feels weird to do on a group list, and also, yeah, Pipistrello hit that top half bingo.
And Pipistrello is just like a vision of a better future where people make things that are sustainable and have really strong personalities instead of being, listen, M.
Focus, M. I would say Focus K, but that just sounds like a cereal.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because it is 2 of their top 10 or top number 1s. It would make sense in that regard, but the other Pipistrello is much more the all of us played it and liked it.
The people's choice.
Yeah,
right.
It is an across the board.
I think there's value in the people's choice.
Mm-hmm. It's where we usually end up on years that Metaphor doesn't come out.
Right. I was just looking at Metaphor with its fucking 35 out of 40. Noting that is based on the ranking choice, I'm pretty sure it would have scored even higher if we did a spoiler cast.
I mean, technically we did, but it was just only me and Aggro.
That's true. I meant we as in all of us. But yes, it's true.
Right.
Aggro and Bob did do the spoiler cast.
So, how do the folks who played it feel about the current Silksong Ragebound paradigm?
I love Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Hearing these two talk about Silksong has convinced me Silksong's better.
Yeah, Silksong just moving in that game is insane in how smooth it feels. I thought you couldn't do that anymore.
And I have obvious bias towards Silksong genres over the action game, the 2D action game that Ragebound is. So, yeah, it's above it for me too.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's like we have these really strong contenders from ranking so high on like a couple of lists, and then we hit these hyper-specific one-lister, like, or two-lister. Like Dynasty Warriors Origins is my number one, but I don't know. I don't know that I'm getting it above Ninja Gaiden Ragebound because that's Bob's number 3 and Chris's 8 and my 8.
You have to fight yourself on this one.
Right? Well, my preference is clear.
Right? I guess I'd be willing to accept that. Like, Dynasty Warriors Origin's fun. It's just unfortunate with the everything around the gameplay. When you're not playing the game, it sucks. And Ragebound avoids this by just having you play the game the whole time.
I would like to know Dynasty Warriors Origins would have ranked way better if Bob was a bisexual. Man, they're never fucking up in that way again. Their fucking post-launch interview where they were like, we had no idea how gay the game was.
How?
I don't know. They're like, we just made what the writer wrote without thinking for a second. Sure, that doesn't explain all the men you made serve. That doesn't explain that at all. So how did people come down on the Pipistrello versus 100 line? Let's
Sounds like we agreed on Pipistrello stays up.
Yeah, I'm in favor of Pipistrello remaining there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can't see Hollow Knight going down. I can sort of see Ninja Gaiden going down, Warriors Origins going up, but just looking at this. I mean, Bob does feel the way he does about everything else but the combat. And I know he's valid to feel that way. He's not wrong. But that combat is fucking incredible. That's real 10 out of 10 shit. God.
But yeah, like I said, I'm fine with it moving above Ninja Gaiden. I'll take that.
Is everyone else okay with that? Chris?
Yeah, I think so.
'Cause at the end of the day, it's still number 5. I'm sitting here trying to find some scheme where I can get Ninja Gaiden Black 2 in the top 10.
Here's the problem. You would have to talk down Silent Hill F or Fantasy Life I.
Or do the crazy gambit of take Blade Chimera off the list.
Ooh, I might.
I don't feel that strongly about, like, if you're the one who put it highest, so if you want to shoot it in the head to put Ninja Gaiden 2 Black up there, I'm not going to stop it.
I'm kind of with you there, Bob. That doesn't make any sense given your own numbers. Wait, no, that's not true. Because you said the only reason Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is 4th is because you couldn't stomach giving it number 1 because that feels wrong and gross. So, Bob, I'll hear out. I'm with you on removing Blade Chimera to put Ninja Gaiden 2 Black on.
It'd be really funny. I'm not sure if it's actually a good idea.
But Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is incredible. That's your secret game of the year.
It is.
I don't feel that strongly about Blade Chimera. It's my number 10.
Yeah, let's do it. Sorry, when you come out with that Toho game, it better have underlying stuff about the device.
Yeah, Blade Chimera is pretty based. Okay. I'm looking at this and thinking. Did you know this is incredibly hard?
Yeah. No, I'm honestly sitting here like, maybe we got it. Maybe it's fine.
Yeah. But you got to spend that moment where you imagine every possible move. That thing I never do in chess. And see where things should possibly end up.
Yeah, it feels like I'm at a deadlock with any of these. Like, yeah, Silk Song can't go higher. It's got those two juggernauts above it.
I love the thought that someone might lose their mind hearing Pipistrelle as a juggernaut compared to Silk Song. I love that so much.
Oh, no.
Just imagining the person is so fun. It's okay. This is going to be Justice Art next year when we need to rank High Guard.
It does feel really weird to not be spending this episode scrambling to get something I really like up into the 10 slot.
You're telling me I only played one of the games in the top 3. Like, and I'm just sitting there going, yeah, no, it's number 1. That's fine. That's cool. I don't know shit about the other 2 games.
Yeah, it was 100 line. I was like, well, I've heard enough from what they've said during this podcast series to understand.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to be honest. If anything,
LSD sounds pretty cool.
it sounds great. It gets real high.
Although every time I hear more about him, like that twist that Aggro said of they're all clones just makes everything else suck in some way.
Nah. I think this is it. Is this it? Chris? Chris, do you see
think
things?
this is it.
Oh my God. This is it? Is this it?
It's it. It's it.
Yeah, I don't think Silent Hill's going above Fantasy Life either. I was like, well, I'd like that to go higher, but I'm like, Fantasy Life, like that sounds really good.
Yeah, Fantasy Life is joyous and doesn't make you play it 4 times.
Right, exactly.
It sounds like a brain chemical game that's actually a good game.
Yeah, there's nothing
Yes.
parasitic about it, and that's delightful. It doesn't lock you into doing things you don't want to do things you want to.
You're not having a lot of fun, and then something crawls out from under a rock and says, "Let me tell you about light levels."
Yeah.
Like there's stuff I would put above Silent Hill F, but I don't want to knock Silent Hill F off the list for them.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
I've spent a lot of the moment here thinking about this going, man, Donkey Kong Bonanza should like be in the top 10, but so should Claire Obscure, and not knowing what to do to make that happen.
Which would you prefer, Player Obscure or Donkey Kong? Like, if you had to choose one,
Oh man.
what would you push?
I'd pick Donkey Kong, honestly.
And I would pick Claire Obscure, and that's the problem.
So we have no choice but to drown both children.
Right. Pointy dogs are too pointy, and round dogs are too round.
This is, of course, a good time to remind the audience that the final top 10 list is not a rating. It is the list.
Yes, this is backroom politics.
It really
I'm waiting for the meta where one of us goes to someone else behind the scenes and forms a faction for a specific game.
I'm calling up Bob in the middle of the night like, I really fucking hate Lumines. We need to do something.
We need to do something about this Lumine situation. And then it cuts to us in a fucking courtroom and people are just reading the text. Also, what is up with Noelle's name? It's fucking spelt wrong. Can't she fucking read? And I'm just in the courtroom like, what the fuck? And I'm just mouthing that at them. Those 2 fuckers. Holy shit, yeah, I think this is it.
This is messed up.
Yeah. No, it shouldn't be this easy. Making our individual lists is harder than making this one.
Yeah, that's why it feels weird.
Uh-huh.
This one has a lot less personal responsibility and identity tied up in it.
In my list, I feel full culpability and like I'm disappointing everyone, including myself.
Mm-hmm.
with this communal list, I look at this and go, yeah, that's the congregate will of 4 different people.
Yep, man, look at all that stuff whose fault is not mine.
I think this is it. I think we're locking it in. What the fuck? Is this the shortest one of these ever? I don't know.
think it's the shortest one.
This feels crazy. Okay. I'm just gonna... Man, Bob,
What's up?
it's really messed up that Ragebound is so much higher than 2 Black, don't you agree?
Oh my God, what?
I mean, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black might be one of the greatest action games ever made.
I think at some point we're just playing with the knobs out of boredom. we should stop stimming with the list.
Damn it! Okay.
I was like, what are you trying to suggest here?
I'm trying to suggest they swap entirely, but...
Swap it. Oh my God. It goes, look, I was going to stay quiet because I was worried we were going to move it down to 10 and just have the other 2 rise up above it. But if I said nothing, we wouldn't even address it. And you're talking about swap it to 5? I might take it.
I can't endorse that.
It is ludicrous. Absolutely insane.
The only time a game one of us ever got that high was 2019 with Disco Elysium. That was my number 1, not my number 4.
Right?
Well, it's worth remembering, this is his secret number 1. His shameful, disgusting number 1. I'm trying to make Bob and his outward morality crumble so people can see Bob for the disgusting animal he is, wanting to give Game of the Year to a 360 game from a million years ago.
You don't understand. They patched in the staircase. The staircase is back.
Let's just take it. Let's table it until they make a native PS6 version and more people bring it onto the table.
Jesus. Well, with all of that over,
It's like, what? It's a new release.
I think we did it. I think this is it.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, I can't believe it. Okay, well. God, Claire Obscure in 11th place.
That's wild. Oh, we're gonna get hate.
My victory has been achieved. My one thing I wanted to make sure happened.
Oh no,
Bob, you don't have either of these games on your top 10.
Wait, what was the other one?
Silent LF and Claire Obscure?
Oh no, it's true. But I don't have a certain
opinions.
level of anger towards one of them.
God. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm going to read this after I acknowledge everyone's ready to lock it in. Aggro.
yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Bob.
Yes.
I'm ready. The GigaBoots Game of the Year for 2025 is Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. Second place goes to 100 Line, The Last Defense Academy. Third place is Hollow Knight Silksong. Fourth place is Dynasty Warriors Origins. Fifth place is Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Sixth place is Hell Is Us. Seventh is Luminous Arise. Eighth is Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Ninth is Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Stole Time. And 10th place goes to Silent Hill F.
I think we can confidently say no one else will have a list that looks anything like this.
Literally no one.
Yup.
Even your
And
craziest
that's a
individual will not construct a list like this. That's impossible.
No.
It's true, Chris. That is the strength. That's exactly what they came here for. Or they're lost. Anyways, we did it. We survived Game of the Year. Thank you all for sticking with us. And if you enjoyed this, be sure to support us over on patreon.com/GB Podcast. This year, I will get out ahead of it, starting with Romeo's a Dead Man the moment podcast day is over. This time will be different.
Sure.
The executive producers for this month's GigaBoots videos are Spaceman Spiff, Red Blaze 27, Brendan O'Sullivan, Cooper Tank, BN12, and Rado. Thank you very much to our executive producers, and also these guys. If you want to become an executive producer or a normal patron, head on over to patreon.com/GigaBoots today.